My name is Nathan Lively, and I have been a sound engineer for 16 years across 3 different countries and 7 different cities and 3 different languages. And now I have a business that does career coaching and technical training for other sound engineers. So basically, I just didn't have very many clients. So before I discovered the Course Builders Laboratory, I had about 3 or 4 students and clients, and kind of struggling to really figure out what to do with my business. So I had a business, but just not enough clients. I really wanted to figure out product market fit because in 2015, I had a service that I thought was really important and that I thought people really needed, but it wasn't selling. So I had this idea that I just needed to launch more rapidly, I guess, and do more small pilots and that kind of thing. So then when Course Builders Laboratory came along, it just seemed like a natural fit. I knew that I needed some kind of support to help me do this if I was going to do it fast and do it well. And that's why I decided to give Course Builders Laboratory a try. Yeah, so the biggest revelation I had about online business during the course of using the Course Builders Laboratory is that I had to make things that people wanted and not that I wanted. Or said another way, I had to start listening better and not just make what I thought was important. So the Course Builders Laboratory changed my approach in a big way in that I don't just have one package anymore that I'm trying to just push and push and push. So my new approach is to launch more rapidly, to really figure out the product market fit part of it before I really invest in one course or one service that I'm going to offer. To figure out what offer I wanted to make, I started by surveying my audience and then analyzing those results. And then I did several, I think probably 12 one-to-one conversations with those people who I had surveyed to really get ideas from them about what people would buy, what courses would be most popular, and the kind of marketing language I would need to sell it to them. I ran into a few roadblocks while I was taking action and launching my first pilot. And the course really helped in one of the first specific ways I can think of is that I had this idea that I should limit my pilot to a certain number of students so that I could give them all of the attention that they deserved and really really execute the content well. And one piece of really helpful advice that I got from my coach, who is Andy in the Course Builders Laboratory, is to just let in as many people as possible, because he said, well, how many people do you think you can actually support? And I said, well, probably up to 100, really. So instead of limiting it to 11 students, I opened it up to as many as possible. I was able to get 22 people in and ended up being a lot more successful with the pilot than if I had, I'm sure if I had capped it at 11, then I probably would have only had 3 or 4 active students in the course, and I would not have got the information that I really needed in terms of feedback from those people in the course. So another specific way that I could think of that the Course Builders Laboratory really helped me through a roadblock was that when I first started working on the course, I had this idea that I needed to use marketing strategy A, B, or C. Like I needed to pick one and just go with that. But the course helped me realize that I should just use every resource I had available. So I used all of the marketing resources that I could think of and tried to execute on all of them, not spreading myself thin, but really using A, B, and C, and not just one of them. And I think that's what really helped me fill the course and make it work on the first try. So if you are considering enrolling in Course Builders Laboratory, first of all, I think it's a great idea because it's not just maybe an 8-video kind of training and then you're done. It is a year-long process where you're surrounded by a community of people who are doing the same thing, and you have a coach that is helping you really iron out the fine details. I think that's been the most valuable thing to me so far, is that I think I probably could have gotten a lot of this training somewhere else. There are other courses out there that train you to do courses. But having a team of coaches at the Course Builders Laboratory is probably the most valuable thing. And it was a lot of work on my part and the part of everyone in Course Builders Laboratory. So it's not like, definitely not like it was magic, but I was surprised that I was able to get as far as I did, as quickly as I did.